Kia ora. Welcome back to the Working with Algebraic Expressions video lesson. Now we're going to be talking about powers, also known as an index or an exponent. All mean the same thing. When a variable is multiplied by itself several times, we use powers. This is the same idea as we talked about in chapter 5, where 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 is written as 3 to the power 4. So instead of using that repeated multiplication, we write expressions more simply in index form. So r times r to the power 2, or r squared. P times p times p times p times p to the power 5. And when we have something written in index form, in this case, the base is the letter P and the index is the 5. And now we're going to extend that x times y times y times y. That we're going to simplify as x to the power 2, the x times x, and then y times y times y is y to the power 3, and that is as simplified as we can make it. This cannot be simplified any further. We're going to try a few of 1304 as today's mahi kura, especially number 4. I want us to try number 4 as our mahi kura. Okay, moving along. We're also going to be multiplying expressions with numbers and letters. For example, let's simplify 4x times 6x. We can write 4x times 6x as 4 times x times 6 times x. And we're going to group together the numbers. 4 times 6 gives us 24, and x times x gives us x squared. And the tip, any numbers can be multiplied separately. Then letters can be combined and written in index form. And in the final simplified answer, the number part is written first, and we talked about that in our last lesson. For example, 6 times p, 6p to the power 2. 2 times 5 times x. 2 times 5 gives us 10, and x times x to the power 2. Final answer, 10x to the power 2. Moving on, we're going to talk about substitution into expressions written in index form. And our tip, squaring a number means multiplying it by itself. We should remember that from our last lesson. So if x is 7, x to the power 2 is 7 to the power 2, which means 7 times 7, or 49. We're going to try exercise 1306 as our mahi kura today. And the tip, when there are no brackets and you have a mixture of multiplication and squaring, always do the squaring first. That's just like our BEDMAS. 5p to the power 2 when p is 3. Well, we know 5p to the power 2 means 5 times p times p. We substitute in that p was 3. 5 times 3 times 3. We do the squaring first. 3 times 3 is 9. Times 5 is 45. Okay, we should all be ready now to try our mahi kura, which is going to be the 1303, 1306, and 1307. Be sure to write down the instructions, show all of your mahi for higher levels of achievement. Mauri mahi, mauri ora, ka kite ano.